Every morning, I get the New York Times daily briefing, and today it suggested we all eat cake for breakfast because we're all in need of cheering up. And I love cake, but we don't have any on hand, so instead, I decided to read and go through and suggest some comfort books that might bring you a little bit of solace in this crazy time. Here we go. Hi everyone, I'm Maya, and let's hop right into it. The first book on my comfort reads list is one that just brings me such joy, and it's relatively short compared to its brother, so I thought I'd recommend it, and that is The Hobbit. I love hobbits. I'm a hobbit myself, 5'2". If you're looking for a little bit of a shorter read, because Lord of the Rings is giant, I'd recommend The Hobbit. It's a fun journey, follows Bilbo Baggins, and Gandalf's fireworks, and Gollum. Like, you can't go wrong. Next, keeping on the fantasy train. You all know what it is. You know what it is already. I love the illustrations on these books. You don't know how sad I was when they started remaking them with the fancy schmancy digital illustrations, because it's beautiful. Harry Potter is obviously such a comfort read, especially if you grew up with it, which I did, and my dad started reading this to me. I believe I was in the first grade. He started reading me Harry Potter, and I was terrified because I'd heard that Voldemort was just the scariest thing of all time, but I made it through. The world building again, just like in The Hobbit. J.K. Rowling is wonderful, at least in the books. We don't talk about her Twitter page. It's just a simple journey. It's an 11-year-old. How dark can it get? In times like this, it's nice to fall back on nostalgic reads. So, Harry Potter, all the way. Next, Anne of Green Gables by Lucy Maud Montgomery. This is my favorite classic of all time. And that being said, I haven't read too many classics. I'm gonna fix that. They're on my TBR, fear not, friends. But Anne Shirley has a special place in my heart. She is an adventurous girl who is an orphan, and she is sent to live with Matthew and Marilla Cuthbert in Avonlea, which is in Canada. And I've never been to Canada, but it sounds majestic and very cold. It's all about Anne's adventures with her friends and all of the misadventures she gets into and all the trouble she gets into, and all of the people she encounters along the way. It's a big community book. I know that someone in my neighborhood has been putting individual rolls of toilet paper in Ziploc bags and leaving it at corners with signs that say, "Take one." And I thought that was sweet and also kind of funny, but it reminded me of just the fact that we all have to stick together, and this book is the epitome of neighbors sticking together and befriending one another and getting into drama. And I love it. It's a quick read. It's lovely. This one is for my friend Maddie. She is a big nature lover, and so I thought I'd recommend it. It's a sweet read, and it is called The Hidden Life of Trees. I believe that this is translated from German, and I always enjoy reading books that are translated. They always have a little special touch to them that books written in plain old English do not. But this one, it's non-fiction-ish. It's just about trees, and it's about this guy's experience working with trees and living among trees. And it talks about how trees are also community-oriented beings. It talks about community, except with trees, not humans. And I like trees sometimes better than humans, so it's always a good bet to try this one out. Next, okay. The movie comes out on April 7th, and I'm so stoked, you don't even know. I'm just gonna watch it on repeat and drink tea and make pancakes, and I'm so excited. But that is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. What can I say? I love it. I love the sisters. I love how close they all are. I love the storyline. I love Jo. I love Amy. I love Beth. And I love Meg. They all have such a special place in my heart. And I love how much this book ties into Louisa May Alcott's actual life. There's something about historical fiction that just kind of takes you back. You imagine the days being so much better, even though they probably weren't, because there was no air conditioning. And what would we do without that? It's just idyllic, and I love it. So, Little Women by Louisa May Alcott is my next comfort read for you. Oh, this one's fun. I haven't read this in a while. This is a YA. that I really enjoyed when it came out, and it's called Love and Gelato. And it is about a girl, her name is Lena, and she goes to Italy for a summer after her mother has passed away to get to know her father. Obviously, there's gelato involved. You see the little heart. There is a romance. It's just cute. And also, I love traveling, and I've never been to Italy, and I probably won't be for a while, but I think it sounds like just a gorgeous place with such a gorgeous culture, and I love getting insight into that sort of stuff. So this one is a light read. It's airy, it'll make you smile, and I definitely recommend it served with gelato. Finally, I've got another romantic comedy-ish for you, and that is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I saw the movie of this first, and I loved it, and then I rewatched it, and I decided that I loved it just a smidge less than the book, because in the book, Laura Jean goes to estate sales, which is kind of like thrifting, and I love thrifting. She's like, I can imagine her being in my high school. She has a lot of spunk to her. She has such a good relationship with her family. I love that probably more than the romance in this book. And it's funny. I mean, she wrote love letters to like 5 guys. Five guys. And they all get them, and she has to deal with it. And it just would never happen in real life, but it's so funny to think about, and so this one makes me laugh. Doesn't make me cry. I'd recommend that for you. And there we go, everyone. Those are my quarantine comfort reads for your enjoyment. They're pretty darn good. I think compiled a good list for you. Lots of light things, not when you hold them all up together, but you know. So have a wonderful day and enjoy.